Hey everyone, it's Toxic Pottery Studios, and today, for the third video, I'm gonna show you how to reconstitute clay on a larger scale. So you can do it on a larger scale than what I'm doing right now. Alright, so basically what we have clay, and uh, this used to be a lemonade jar thing that my family doesn't use anymore, so I just used that. So basically what we do, we fill our container up with water. Doesn't need to be a lot, but again, it depends on how much you're doing, how much you're trying to reconstitute. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting the clay up into smaller pieces, like, I don't know, if it's smaller, like that, like that size, it'll rehydrate itself better. So basically I'm just ripping it apart and putting it in the container. And you can do this with a big bucket, a trash can. I've seen many people do it different ways. But again, I'm more of a small scale person because I don't own a workshop or whatever, so. Alright, so I'm not going to do the whole thing, maybe a little more. But just keep doing this for a while. You can do this if you're on the wheel. When you trim, there's gonna be like little swirly pieces of clay everywhere. Not everywhere, but around. You just wait till it's bone dry. It doesn't have to be bone dry, but bone dry clay rehydrates faster and better than leather hard clay. I'm just doing this for uh, demonstration purposes. So alright, so I have my clay in there. And then, so it's just gonna look like kind of disgusting-ish. And basically just leave it in there for, I don't know, a couple days, maybe like a week. You can do it. Depends on how much you throw or build. And I guess I'm gonna give you a couple facts. Alright, anything that hasn't been fired in a kiln is still recyclable, and you can do this with any kind of clay, the porcelain, that kind of stuff. You can do it with any kind of clay. Because basically, clay is wet dirt. Uh, when you take water out, it dries up to bone dry and turns into dirt. If you add water, when you add water, it becomes clay again. And if you're doing this like on a large scale, it'll probably save you tons of money. Um, it's just the better way to go. Better for environment too, so you don't have to keep buying and buying it. And if you're on a small scale like me, you don't have to keep buying more and more stuff. So, alright, so it just looks like a little slurry, I guess. And I do this whenever I mess up on something. I'll just break it into pieces, throw it in there. And when you think you have enough, you don't really need a prescribed amount, but when there's a good amount of clay in there, if you can get these boards made out of plaster, I forget what they're called, and Simon Leach has them. And you just put the wet slurry on top of the plaster, and the plaster will absorb the water faster than it would normally alone. For me, I don't have the plaster, so I just have canvas. So I just put it on the canvas and wait for it to dry. And that's basically how you do it.